This is a case where a defendant had decided that he was going to kill his ex-girlfriend. He drove her out to a remote area, or began driving her out to a remote area of Escondido. He took a tire iron in his hand and he began striking her in the head and face many, many times, leaving her, as one witness would describe it, as mangled.
As I was driving home, I noticed two vehicles on the side of the road, and I was flagged down by a young man. He was waving his hands, and he yelled into my window, "Hey, they're beating her up." And so I pulled over immediately, got out of my truck.
Bala Carter saw this or came upon this and immediately started flagging down other individuals.
Came on the side of the vehicle, and I could see what was going on. And it was a lady. She was laying across both the passenger seat and the driver's seat with her head hanging out the passenger door. The guy had her by the hair, and he was hitting her with a tire iron.
William Stamm engaged the defendant, actually went towards him and tried to get him to stop, and was actually putting himself in serious harm's way.
I went up and grabbed him, and he spun around with the tire iron and raised it towards my direction, so I backed up and gave myself distance because I didn't want to get hit.
William Stout, who's the coach and teacher at a nearby school, was able to drive up.
At 5:30, people just want to go home, have dinner. It's a warm summer day, and approached an intersection that I've gone through thousands, tens of thousands of times, and I noticed that there was a disturbance, something going on. There was a car parked in an odd position, not in the road, not parked at the side. A door was open. It just was something unusual.
So I collected myself and I grabbed him again for the second time. He spun around again and raised the tire iron in my direction. This time I backed up even further and I tripped over the curb.
One came sort of stumbling out of it, and it was at that point that I saw a clear outline of a tire iron.
Disbelief. I just couldn't believe I was witnessing this. It was like watching a movie, but like the most violent movie I've ever seen before.
He got out of his car, kind of quickly and miraculously assessed the situation.
But yeah, I just walked along I don't think I ran, but proceeded along the driver's side, rounded that corner and accelerated and I don't know, drilled him.
You okay, ma'am? You all right? All right. I have no idea what's going on here, but until we figure it out.
Just start here.
These three individuals to me illustrate citizens of courage, because it's everyone, you imagine driving home from work each night or driving home from school, and no one pictures or imagines coming upon a violent attack in a scene such as these individuals came across that evening. And many people, I think, would stop, would call, would try to intervene and maybe call the police and say and describe what was going on. These three individuals just went above and beyond. They actually ran towards the violent assault that they were watching. They physically got involved. They put themselves in harm's way, and without their courageous actions on that evening, someone would be dead.
I'm not a hero. I was just doing what human beings should be doing, is helping another human being, which we need more of that in this world. That's all I was doing.
I'm just really grateful that from my faith perspective, that God put me in that position and gave me, I don't know, the conviction to step in. So, yeah.